Glass blowing has been around since the height of the Roman Empire. It was around that time when people discovered that molten glass could be inflated by blowing into a hollow tube and shaped by the human touch. There are many different techniques that glass blowers use to form vessels and decorative pieces, but for 2,000 years, the base techniques have remained relatively unchanged. It all begins with glass that is melted in a furnace at over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The glass emerges as a pliable gob dangling precariously from the end of a scalding hot blowpipe. Once the gob is secured, the other end of the 5-foot steel or iron pipe is cooled in a barrel of water, and the glass blower can set to handling and shaping the delicate mass. The glass blower blows into the pipe to begin forming a bubble in the glass, all the while keeping the pipe rotating. More layers of glass can be added with a gathering iron or by tipping the pipe back into the furnace. The shaping of the glass often begins with nothing more than a wet newspaper between the glass blower's bare hands and the 2,000-degree molten mass. It's a race against gravity and time, as the artist must keep the pipe spinning continuously or risk ruining the fragile creation. The glass blower also employs several tools to help shape and smooth the glass while rolling it across a flat steel surface called a marver. Patterns and colours can be added to the creation by rolling the molten glass in powdered colour or in larger pieces of coloured glass called frit. The process continues again and again, with this series of gathering, inflating and shaping until the artist's vision has been achieved. After the vessel is formed to the desired shape and colour, it's placed in a kiln that allows the glass to cool down slowly over 24 hours, keeping it from cracking under thermal stress. Susie Perrette of Ventura Hot Glass talks to us about this art form that's become her life's work and passion.
So we do know what we're going to get basically, but what we're doing, which is a little different than, say, creating a painting or a clay pot, is we're wielding glass that's 2,000 degrees and it's very heavy on the end of a 5-foot pipe, and we're harnessing that energy and that hot molten medium and making it respond to our will with our bare hands, wet newspaper, on the 2,000 degree surface. So more or less, we have to have our design ready to go. We have to have things planned out. We know seconds make a difference. And we're not only making the piece, we're counting, we're timing, we're listening for the pitch of the glass when we ding it on the metal table that we have our design on, which has been waiting for that piece in the middle of the process, that design, waiting, because no time to design at that point. Because we're giving a romantic story on our pieces. I call it romantic because I think it's almost a poetic expression in our glass. Instead of words, it's a feeling, but we're telling the story around the piece with our design. And a lot of it has the metallics, and the colors tend to line up and have a feeling of Gustav Klimt. And so it's that flavor, it's that poetic story. I say all of Midsummer Night's Dream is in our work because we do work abstract, then the viewer is allowed to participate in the imagery as well, trying to discover what he or she thinks of it too, and allows that story to continue around the piece, but also to stay alive without quite putting your finger on it. So if we do that, then we've done a good job.